Herzlich willkommen. Es ist mal wieder nicht Montag, sondern es ist Mittwoch, 17 Uhr aus der Sauna, live Pirates Cove, number 42 already.
Wow. Really?
Yeah, 42. 42 episodes. Is it too loud? Chat, is it too loud? Is there anybody in the chat? It is a spontaneous show. Is there anybody in the chat? Hello. Hello. Oh! Moin aus Köln.
Moin.
Moin Balu, danke für deine Subscription und danke, dass du eingeschaltet hast. Eine spontane Show zum Mittwoch, 17 Uhr, Recap, Berlin Thunder Game, Preview, Stuttgart Surge. It's not that hot that it was the last time, but it's still the sauna.
In this show, we are both glistening.
Already?
Yeah, I came in glistening, so.
If you don't have hair.
I sat at a desk right next to the window, and I don't have the switch on my side to put the Rolo down. So oftentimes I just sit there and bake.
You have glitter also on your cheek.
Really?
Yeah. Did you kiss a girl with glitter?
Just Mike Genitali. Genitalia.
Genitalia.
That's a good song. You know him?
Of course. He was famous. Oh. Okay, hey, back to topic, back to football. Yeah. First question of the day. How was your day?
Thanks, Paul. It was good. Had a busy day, but busy is good. And looking forward to another week of football. How was your day?
Good. Finally, it was because we talk often about our nights, right? We are both fathers and children are sometimes active at night. And Moritz is all good at the time, but it was the first night since maybe 2 weeks that I slept well because it was cold at night. Because it's really hot right now here in middle of Europe.
You're touching on a sore subject for me. We, during the renovation, installed air conditioning in our bedroom. And now it's a battleground.
Between you want it cold and she want it out.
I am a hot body, so I like it cold, and she is cold-blooded, so she needs the warmth.
Yes, great play on Sunday. We will talk about it, and we will also watch the highlights, of course. But before we gonna reach to these topics, we gonna talk a little bit about news around the club, and there was one big event last Saturday in Graz, and it was the Sports Austria finals for our cheerleaders, and we gonna quickly check the results. I have to see if I find them fast enough. Yep, and there they are. So our cheerleaders were at the Austrian finals in Graz for cheerleading, and we started in 6 categories: in senior level 6, senior level 5, junior level 4, youth level 3, and youth level 2. And yeah, we had some good results, some results we can improve, I think, but our ladies will do that in the future. But the best result was our senior level 6 all girls, so the highest level what you can do, I think, here in Austria, and we won the 3rd. So congrats to our ladies, and yeah, we will see them at the sideline in the future. So if you guys want to, or if you guys are coming to a game, you're gonna see our beautiful Raiderettes at the sideline, in the stadium, and at halftime show, and so on and so on. Second thing, AFL. Again, weekend. We're gonna check the results from our AFL team. Where we are, here we are, but I don't like that. Let's take this out. So there we are. Up. So we played in Znojmo, and maybe there were some fans because we encouraged you guys to go to Znojmo. So maybe there were some Raiders supporters. And we lost 55-15 to this Czech team. Tough result. 30 players were down there. It was a hard weekend for them. There were, of course, some good things, but at the end, the result was not what we needed because our guys, they need a win. There were other games going on too. The Vikings won close against the Steel Sharks, and the Prague Black Panthers, the second Czech team, won against the Tales Patriots, which is the second Tyrolean team in the AFL. And there's one result missing. The Danube Dragons won against the Giants, I think also 55-12.
It was a lot to not a lot.
Yeah. So, well, at the end, there's the standings. The Dragons are still undefeated. I think they are the team to beat. Maybe not to beat.
Their point differential is pretty good.
Yeah.
149 points is...
Yeah. And there's even the Giants game maybe not included.
True. No, it is because they're 8-0.
Yeah. And yeah, Vikings on 2, Prague on 3, Telfs on 4. So these are the Dragons are already in the playoffs. And then the rest is still battling. Giants, Steel Sharks, and us, and we, and us.
And us.
And us are out of the playoffs. It is a developing season for our guys, and they will have a long and good off season, and they will be, of course, hopefully better next year. The next game is against the Giants this upcoming Saturday. It's the last home game of this year's season. So if you want to see our young and motivated AFL team again, come on Saturday to the football center in Innsbruck at 6 p.m. and watch the game against the Graz Giants. And because the Giants also have a hard season, huh? You wouldn't expected that before.
Yeah, I mean, I think the transition from this new football climate that we're in Europe has put a strain on a lot of clubs. Most certainly Graz.
Yeah. I'm then 21. I will be there. I don't know, Sean. You will be. You will be there on Saturday at the game?
Good question. I'm not sure yet. Most likely not. These Saturdays are awesome in the ELF, by the way.
Other guys are saying they are not awesome. They would love to play Saturdays and have
100%. But as a dad who
you have a full day where you are not.
Where you have energy
and not suffering from a game.
Exactly, it's the best. But the recovery time is definitely tough.
You have one less day to the next practice.
But if a 34-year-old quarterback can do it.
Yeah, so Saturday, 6 p.m. at AFZ in Innsbruck. Get your tickets and then come and let's hope they're gonna get a win. Their last game a week after will be in Vienna against the Vikings, and then their season is over. Good. Then let's go back in the full chat mode. We had an ELF game last Sunday in Tivoli Stadium. Yeah, Sean, it was, let's say it this way. Last week was, the focus was there. Let's say it this way. The focus.
First and foremost, Paul.
Sieger! Oh, we are Sieger. Oh, it's been a while.
It's been a long while.
It's been a long while.
It's been a really long
Sieger.
time. Oh my God.
Yeah, we were 10-0. Oh, 0-10 before that game with our mans in 2022. It's been a while. It was maybe at show 20, and now we're at show 42. Yeah, we won the game, but what I wanted to say is that the week before that, obviously the start wasn't great with 2 losses, and the focus was on, the direction was clear. We had to get better. We had to avoid the little mistakes to have at the end the big result, which was a win. Describe us a little bit last week's practice, because maybe also fans want to know, hey, how was it? How is it to practice after 2 losses? And how is it to prepare for also a strong opponent, because there's not strong opponent anymore?
No. Yeah, I think when you start off a season in a way that you couldn't imagine yourself starting it off, I don't think anybody imagined we were gonna go 0 for 2 in our first 2 games. It was just kind of like hit the reset button and get back to focusing on the details. And these are things that we weren't doing so well. And you know, we still have a lot of things to clean up. We still had 2 fumbles. We still had way too many penalties, but it was definitely progress. And the defense played much better, and the offense started much faster, and which were 2 points of emphasis. And you just try to get those things universally focused on in practice, and you try to simulate game reps as much as possible, which I don't think we were doing a great job of in the beginning of the season, and that could also contribute to starting slow, because then you have to get in game mode instead of practicing in game mode, or as close to game mode as you can in terms of speed and intensity and focus, and and it obviously helped. It obviously helped, and you know, the game was 28-16, but I think the feeling on the field is that it was more than even a 2 points game. We won in a convincing fashion, and not to say there wasn't struggles or anything like that, but we were able to overcome them. And I think the really great thing, and the thing that I loved, is that we played complementary football. You know, when the offense struggled there a bit in the third quarter, the defense got stops. And that's what was not happening before. You know, there wasn't this, okay, you guys are struggling, I got your back. And when you guys are struggling, we're going to get your back. And that's what Raiders teams have done really well in the past. And so it looked more like Raiders football and what we're used to. That's what we're trying to accomplish.
Hello, DJ Fu. Nice to have you here. Hello, Gary. Hello to everybody. Nice that you guys tuned in. Yes, because there's the question if we stream only on Wednesdays at 5 p.m. at the moment. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. And we know that's not the best time for a lot of people because they're still at work or on the way home or something, or with their families. And we will always upload the videos on YouTube so you guys can rewatch it. But we know for the interaction with you guys, fans, with the fans and everything, it would be better to have more in the chat. And maybe we will find a way where both of us have time, because now it's really not that easy because of practices, because of meetings, because of all the things which are going on, and most likely they happen at night. So that's why we choose for now the Wednesday 5 p.m. But we will see. Maybe when AFL season is over, or maybe later on in the season, we will find a different date for it. Dass Sean der MVP des Spiels war. Oh, Björn Werner gave you props.
That's nice. It was funny. I walked by him at halftime. He was walking off the field, and I was walking on the field. And he just looked at me and go, oh, good game. I was like, thanks. I mean, it was only halftime at that point, but I don't think I had an incompletion in the first half.
This is what I wanted to say. Last week we talked about the difficulties we had on the offensive side in the first game, especially in the first 2 quarters, especially in the first quarter. We started slow. We had too many mistakes. We couldn't finish drives. And last Sunday, I can remember I was down there in the second quarter and asked you, because I wasn't at the sideline the whole game, and I said, how it's going? And you said, okay. I didn't have an incompletion yet, which was good, which happens not often. And of course, it's also the receivers who have to catch. But
it's everybody. You know what I mean? That's why I always think like statistics for quarterbacks are a bit overrated, to be honest, because the statistics of the quarterback oftentimes is just an indication of how well the offense is doing. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't have everything firing on full cylinder, you're not going to have good stats. So it's a little, and I also think that's why it's really difficult to evaluate quarterback talent or quarterbacks in general, because in every situation they could perform differently. But no, the offense was most certainly rolling in the first half, and I think if we didn't have that turnover or even the special teams turnover that we had, we would have gone into halftime with more than 21 points. And then, like I said, then they made adjustments in the second half. We struggled, and which is great. It's good to go through those things. It's good to get I don't want to say exposed a little bit, but challenged in a new way and have to adjust. And it's a learning process. We're still learning each other as a team. We have an influx of more players than we ever had, and again, it's just good to see a step in the right direction.
Mm-hmm. There's one question: how hard is it to keep the team healthy in that higher competition? I think keeping a team healthy is always a challenge. Doesn't matter the level of competition. I think if injuries happening, they're happening everywhere. But maybe one thing, when it's higher competition, people know how to play, and you don't have accidentally injuries where people don't know where to be on the field.
That's what I was about to say.
Or where people don't play by rules and injuries happening. But for the moment, we are kind of lucky, especially when we compare it to last year. Because last year we had much more injuries early in the season. We struggled a lot at the beginning, and this year, we are lucky, but it can happen every time.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing with this league is obviously competition levels higher, but like you said, Paul, there's not these what's the best way to describe it? Injuries that happen when people do things that you don't expect, or people don't have the body feel or the skill to be able to perform at a certain level. But I think it's very clear that every ELF roster is going to need every single person on their roster, because the snap count is so different.
The last question.
We'll get to that. I lost my train of thought. No, so for example, in last year, it was very common in the AFL for us to have offensive snaps somewhere in the 40s to 50s during a game. And, this game was also relatively low because they ran the ball and Jock was 4, 5, 6, 7 yards here. And it wasn't such an explosive offensive game from either side, but particularly Berlin. But Cologne and Vikings both were 80 snaps on offense. And so when you compile more opportunities, you have more risk and you're going to have more injuries. So at this league, you have to rotate. You have to keep guys fresh, because just the amount of reps is staggering. It's really a staggering difference.
Baloo mentioned that the Thunder, maybe Björn in his podcast and also Jan Weinreich in his podcast mentioned that we are a good organization and Sean is a good player. That's cool to hear. Thanks, Baloo, for that thing. And it's, for me, as a part of the organization and management, it's nice to see that other people also see the good things we are doing.
Yeah. No, it's been...
I get water.
Yeah. I just want to spend a little bit of time on how my personal experience with the league at the moment. And it's really cool because, in Austria, I've been in this little bubble where we haven't played that many teams from the outside besides in the CEFL. But even those are often repetitive teams. That's, Jan came up to me and shook my hand before the game and, told me in less words than what he said, how much he respects me as a player, and Kyle Kitchens for Berlin did the same thing. So, it's cool for me personally that people come up to me and say, hey, it's very nice to meet you. Been watching you for a while. Congratulations on your career. All these things. And that actually means a lot to me. It's really, really cool for me personally. And secondly, that the games are so uncontentious. Like it really, unlike the AFL or unlike anything I've ever experienced, it really feels like everybody is in this thing together. Whatever team you're on, we're all ELF. We're all trying to do this new thing. We're all trying to make this product better. We're all trying to grow the sport and this new opportunity that we have. And so, like, before and after games, there's really, like, quite a bit of camaraderie amongst the teams. And, I was jawing back and forth with Kyle, but it was all, like, playful in the fact that, hey, let's go out here and let's enjoy ourselves and let's put on a show. Because ultimately that's what the ELF is. It's a TV show.
Yeah. Bad Boy, thanks for your subscription. And also, what's his name? Reiz, 35. Danke für dein follow. And he had a question, how is it to put 4 players on special teams and skill positions?
Tough.
What? I don't understand the question.
I think what he means is, like, how does a player play a skill position and be on 4 special teams and have the... It's really tough, and that's what I mean. You have to rotate. You have to use everybody, and players have to just be honest when they are running out of gas. You know, it's we're not probably the biggest team in terms of numbers. I think we're under our limit a little bit, but we use as many people as we possibly can because you just got to keep guys fresh.
Let's go into the...
You want to do the workout regimen question later?
Yeah, we do this workout question later. Let's check. Do we do stats first or highlights first?
I think we usually do stats first.
We do stats first. So let's go and check out the stats of last week's game. I think this number... We also didn't talk about it. It was so hot.
It's more to come too.
It was so hot. And secondly, wind, no. I mean, these
the
three
wind,
things.
The wind should be
Minus.
Hell no, and the weather should be
very sunny.
Very sunny. The weather should just say oven.
Yeah. No, it was really hot. And
it was very hot.
And thanks for all the fans who came to the stadium and enjoyed the game. But I would understand that there were maybe some who decided to go to the lake or to higher altitude to have it a little bit more cold than sitting.
I wish we could have played the game in what's the Kutai or Kutai?
Kutai, the highest stadium in Europe, I think.
That would be nice.
At the end, 28-16. First quarter was still a close game. In the second quarter, we was a 2-score differential, and then the Berlin Thunder only scored by a field goal in the third. We had the chance to score again. Coaches decided to kneel down, but at the end, it was a good result.
Yeah,
it was not.
No, obviously 35-16 looks better.
Yeah,
but I think it was the right decision to just, hey, this game's over. Let's just get out of here. Because again, like everything we talked about, health is so drastically important. So you don't want to put your players at risk more than you already have to.
There was also one question about the flags, and I want to check it. How many penalties have been there? 21 penalties in total, 14 on Berlin's side, 7 on our side. Yes, there were a lot of penalties, and I think.
Every game though,
without being too critical against referees, but also for the referees, it's a new project. It's rules they are not used to over years, because there are some referees in the league who maybe had already 100 games or something, but NCAA rules. Now we play ELF rules, and so also to the fans out there, and sometimes I have to say to the players too, even if it's hard to accept, but give them a chance. They don't do it by purpose, but it's a learning process.
It's a learning process for
everybody. Yeah. But yes, there were a lot of flags, and
especially in the first quarter, and that's the thing that I worry about the most is just the pace of play. You know, like it is a TV show, it is an entertainment product.
Yeah.
So it's slow enough as it is. We got to get calls. We got to get moving. We can't have so many discussions.
Individual stats. Crawford, the week before, he had an outstanding rushing game. We hold him under 100 yards, but he's a good running back.
Now, our rushing defense has actually been very good all season.
Yeah. And on our side, Bonari also with a rushing touchdown. It was good to see you again with a couple of rushes.
I think that's my sweet spot. 3 to 5 rushes and averaging around 10 yards a rush.
It was always a first down probably.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I just got to do a good job of taking it when I see it and then taking care of myself afterwards.
Yeah. Also, one thing I want to mention is the I think really good performance by Schabel.
The shot. Yeah, first quarter threat.
And it was cool to see that he caught his first touchdown, and great to see, great guy, awesome. And then just one last thing I want to mention is I think Ruben Saber with a hard game the week before where he suffered the heat, came out on fire, and I mean 10 total tackles, 3 tackles for loss for 26 yards. He was in the right position at that game, and again, Lucky Okpe won with a lot of tackles. I think he will be our tackle leader at the moment, or is our tackle leader. And yeah, I mean, overall, good team performance with the right result at the end. And yeah, let's go into the questions we got, and then we watch the highlights.
Sounds good.
The ELF quality this year is so much higher this year. Raiders 1 and 2 could be 3-0 after 2 close losses. Leipzig Kings have an amazing defense and are 0-3. This league is so competitive. Yes, it is, and especially Leipzig. They were 0-0 at halftime against Hamburg and then lost, I think, 0-12 or something. After these first 3 games, do you think this league is a good challenge? Did you somehow underestimated the level of play? Hope you get what I tried to say.
It's an absolutely good challenge. I think the club in general got I don't want to say anything that can be construed negatively, but when you're not challenged very often in the AFL, you get comfortable. Let's say it that way. And so I think we needed a challenge. We needed to grow. We needed to evolve, and this was the next logical step for us. And it's been extremely challenging, but that's what we needed as a club, and we're gonna figure it out. And like you said, I mean, or like the previous comment was, we could be 3-0 relatively easily, and we've played 3 really competitive games, and it's just how can we keep getting better throughout the season, but. No, it's a good challenge, and it's great for the club.
Good. Then let's watch the highlights.
Are we not going to do the workout regimen?
No, question? We do after. Oh, you can talk about it.
No,
okay, there was do it. Maybe this guy is stopped watching.
That's what I'm worried.
Yeah. So there was a Chuck Eman 04. Sean, you are over 30 yet.
34 according to the ELF announcers.
Are you 34? No, you're not.
No, that's what the guy said, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I took off on a run. He's like, I watched it on highlights. He's like, yeah, he doesn't seem to like to run very often, being a 34-year-old quarterback. And I was like, who?
Sean, you're over 30, yet play like a 22-year-old. What's your workout regime?
I play like a 22-year-old unintelligently. I need to start playing like a 30-year-old quarterback. That might help. Workout regimen. Good question.
Can I answer?
Define workout. No, basically at this point in my career, it's all how I feel. And I can say specifically this year, I feel great, particularly compared to last year where I felt terrible all season. And mainly is just mobility and like, can I move my body? And last year, my entire back was locked up. That's why I got hurt. And I had a weak core, and my hips were immobile, and you just feel stiff. I mean, in the trick play touchdown in the Osram Bowl, I'm going to catch a ball, and like my entire torso has to move because I just. And this year, I feel much better, and mostly that is due to just working on movement.
Frankie's. No, Sean is not a Frankie's guy.
No, actually not.
No,
that's the grind for it.
Frankie's is a Balkan restaurant next to the stadium where kind of from time to time we go eat or order food, but no, you're not.
I don't order food often. Oftentimes I get food packed with me.
Healthy food.
Yeah, and then I buy candy.
Yeah. Good. Let's check out the highlights. Let's go. Sound is off.
Silent Raider, not the only thing, my friend.
So you can see it was hot because the sun is bright.
I gotta show that one to Mike. He would appreciate that. Hey, how awesome was this?
Yeah.
Awesome way to start the
First
game.
kickoff of the game, Vincent Müller, who was really, yeah, he was on fire. You felt it the whole week. And yeah, great start in the game. And then first drive, we are on the field, play action, and then this wonderful pass to Schaber and touchdown Raiders.
That's just a beautiful play.
Yeah. People love his hairs.
Every time on game day, it shocks me. Like when I see him in the locker room,
and they are so thick, right?
Yeah.
What is it? How you call them?
Ponytails, I guess, whatever you call them.
Good. And then we forced them 3 and out.
And these are the little mistakes that I'm talking about. This is the second punt, and the first punt was an illegal formation on us because we covered up the long snapper. And so like we shouldn't even have been in this situation, and then we cough it up, and then any momentum that we had is now taken back a little bit. And stuff like that, if we're gonna compete for a championship in this league, we have to improve on.
And so they were in good field position and the chance to score, and this is what they did. Quarterback keeper option, broken play. I don't know.
He was active all game.
Missed the PAT. And
then we fumbled again on the second drive. And
then this interception.
Mm-hmm. But this is what I'm talking about. We go down and fumble, and then our defense gives it back to us. And that's the way it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be football where you have each other's backs.
Yeah. And end of first quarter. Again, play action.
Fun story.
Nice ball.
Yeah, thank you. AP stole Marco's touchdown.
Why?
If you rewind it, they run the same route. And then Marco adjusts off AP. They shouldn't be right next to each other. And then Marco realizes that AP is wrong and runs a different route, and then AP catches a touchdown.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. And which actually worked out really well. But then Marco's like, man.
With this voice, because he's so little. And
that's why I did it that way.
Habitin back on the field was good.
Very nice.
Our left tackle. Yeah, but there were pressure on the outside. The 2 defensive ends gave our guys some work, huh?
Yeah, that's probably one of the better defensive end pairings in the league. And Kyle Kitchens, although Stanley came away with the 2.5 sacks, Kyle Kitchens was a problem all game. Right. And this was a good example of just rhythmic passing game and just being able to boop, 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 and
oh, look, you made Blackie a birthday present.
Hell yeah. Happy birthday.
It was a nice birthday present, the win.
Yeah, happy birthday on Sunday.
Gorken, yeah, Arvitin had a good game, but we also saw it in the highlights already that he had
his work cut out.
Yeah.
He had his work cut
There
out.
were not many games in the past where he had to, gave it all.
Yeah, but...
Yeah, Crawford, shifty guy. But our run defense, like you said, was ready. And then it was end of second quarter, right before the halftime. And they scored again.
They held the ball for 11 minutes out of the 15 in the second quarter.
And I think that's the touchdown.
Mm-hmm. No,
not yet. Ooh. That was the touchdown. No, they called it down.
Luckily, I don't think he was down, though. And here's the touchdown. But, yeah, I mean, that was a great drive for Berlin, scoring right before halftime.
Blackie, maybe, yes. Maybe it was a record for flex.
I don't know. I think Cologne was more.
Yeah.
It's sad to say. It's just going to be an adjustment period.
Yeah.
And then this is where the offense started to struggle, and the defense really picked it up.
Punt out of your own end zone is always dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
Ruben did well, and then I think it's the interception now from Is it now?
No, that's at the very end of the game.
Oh, yeah.
No, they drive down, take advantage of good field position, get a field goal out of this drive,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
and then the defense was basically locked down after that.
Yeah.
And what you notice, if you're watching the game closely, they went to a man defense instead of zone, and so they changed things up because they realized that we were having a lot of success, and then we had to adjust, and it just took a little while. But those are good things to experience. Those are good challenges to face. I got so much crap on this run for not sliding. It's like win there, and then I pick up 70 less yards. I tried. My neck was very sore after.
That's why they
Yeah.
slide.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
I
like-
tried to do another stiff arm.
This is a move of mine. Can I rewind it real quick?
Of course.
Just behind the scenes. When somebody tries to grab you, you stiff arm their arm. Right here. Like you grab their bicep or their forearm.
That's
and
a
they
little.
can't.
That's a little O-line.
Yeah. Yeah,
Secret.
but when they just reach out the arm, just
Yeah.
grab their elbow. And so that's why I
Because
tried
the
to
arm
do it.
will automatically go down.
Exactly.
Nice screen here on Toby,
Mm-hmm.
and this is where he got his TD
Mm-hmm. He had 2 TDs. He had a rushing TD
and the passing TD. They count, yeah.
That's good to see him look good. And then the fourth quarter was very
Yeah.
uneventful. So
Yeah.
they just skipped all of it.
And we kneeled down.
Yep.
And the game was over, and it was our first, and it is an historical win. This was also the headline of the news, because it was the first win for the Raiders in the European League of Football. So then let's check out, is there any way where you can see all results together? No.
I don't think so.
Okay, then let's do it this way. We go again back to the screen. There were Cologne in Barcelona. Cologne, we lost the week before, lost now against Barcelona, 32-34.
That seemed
Barcelona.
like a crazy game. Cologne just plays nothing but crazy games.
Then we had the close game, Hamburg-Leipzig, 12-0. Stuttgart lost at the Vikings in Vienna. Well, we have to talk about Rheinfire. Their first home game. A lot of respect to the Rheinfire organization. Not playing in your town, playing in Duisburg, which is close, but not so
How
close.
far is it? I didn't realize the game wasn't in Düsseldorf.
No, I mean, how far is Duisburg away from Düsseldorf? So there's Duisburg, and Düsseldorf is there. So, what is it? Maybe half an hour? I don't know, but it's
There's
not
so many people.
Yeah,
There's
this
so many
area.
people.
There are so many people. But
Do you think they have a Subway or like a Dairy Queen? We can play the same game that we did with the imports with a college town.
You
It's like, oh, did you guys live on 3rd Street? Oh, you guys had a McDonald's and a Dairy Queen?
but where we are, here we are. But a lot of respect to them. Great power party. Almost, I think, 9,000 fans in the
What is a
stadium.
power party? You said it earlier. What's a power party?
The party before the game, like where they have music and food trucks and everything like this. And I saw only pictures and some clips on Instagram.
Was there a big parking lot?
Yeah, like
saw
it's
some.
not tailgating.
Yeah.
It's more like a festival. You
Yeah.
know, where they come
But
together.
it's
and,
the tough thing about Tivoli.
yeah, you
There's
don't
no-
have these areas.
There's no open area.
Not that big.
It would only be on the ice skating rink. That would
Yeah.
be possible. We'd never get permission.
No. And I mean, it was cool to see the old Rheinfire community. There are a lot of old jerseys. Jim Tomsula as head coach obviously helps. And respect. A lot of respect to the organization. And German newspaper wrote, that's the new standard.
It's a pretty
And-
high standard.
If we get 9,000 people to Tivoli Stadium and you guys need to help us there, then I gonna pay something to everybody. I
Paul,
gonna-
don't say something you're gonna regret later.
No, I mean, if I have 30 spectators in the chat, I will pay a subscription to everybody. I can afford that. Oh yeah, it says Baloo says 20 minutes with the train from Düsseldorf main station to the stadium. That's not bad.
No,
I mean, that's like, yeah,
it's like within a city.
it's in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Frankfurt, big win against Wroclaw, 47-13. Sullivan was back on the field and yeah, gave them the win, and obviously our game. Means that the standings are looking like this. In the Northern Conference, Hamburg and the Panthers are 2-1. Then Berlin and Leipzig. In our conference, the Vikings 3-0 after their win against the Surge. Frankfurt and us with the same record, but Frankfurt with a better point differential. And Stuttgart on 4th place. And in the Southern Conference, 2 teams without a loss. It's Rheinfire and Barcelona. And I think they play this weekend, so there will be.
Exactly. It's funny that the Central Conference was thought to be the death conference.
Yeah.
And it turns out
The Southern.
through 3 games, the Southern Conference looks really strong.
Yep. So, upcoming week, let's talk about it quickly because we are almost at the end. We are going to play the Stuttgart Surge on Sunday at 3 p.m. in Stuttgart Gazi Stadion. Stuttgart, you've been on the team. We played in this stadium before against the Stuttgart Scorpions in 2016 in a friendly game, or friendly in a battle for Tirol.
Away edition.
Away edition. We played them here the year before.
Genau.
And then we played the year after we played there. Was a nice game. Very nice stadium.
Yeah.
And
they were good hosts, I remember.
we were good hosts, yeah. And some maybe of these Scorpions at that time was now maybe Surge players or in the Surge organization. We know the head coach, Hanselmann. He was already in Tyrol for clinics. We were at his clinics in Bavaria. What is your opinion about the Surge? What are their strengths and what are their maybe things where we can attack them?
Yeah, I haven't watched much of the defense offense rather, to be honest, but just from what I've seen in terms of the team, they're a team much like the rest of the league that, maybe they haven't had these close games, but Wroclaw was competitive. That's 2-1, and I think they lost 27-25 on a self-inflicted error kind of. So they very easily could have won that game, and they're a game that you have to come and play well if you want to win, and they'll expose your mistakes. And they have a talented defense. Nobody. It's not like they're gonna have a Kyle Kitchens type where somebody. But they play really well together. They play a scheme that fits their personnel, and
another time to bring our A game.
Yeah, we just have to be the winner. Exactly. We just have to go and execute at a high level. If we don't, we probably won't win.
Yeah,
and that's much like
every week.
Every week, yeah. So I think at this point of the season, we've learned the hard way and the good way now that we have to take every game very, very seriously. Not that we don't, but have this extra focus that we had last week if we're gonna continue to be successful and start piling up some wins.
Yeah. Sunday, 3 p.m. You can watch it on the Game Pass. Or you can watch it in the stadium. And I already heard from a couple of Raiders fans they are travel there. It's not far away from Innsbruck.
No.
And to all our Raiders fans in the southern German area, we would love to see you there.
Yeah.
Support our guys. We said it last week. It's really also important to have away fans, and we would love to see you guys there. And there were even Berlin fans in Tivoli, so they traveled a long way to support the Thunder. And I know that also in the Stuttgart area, there are some Raiders fans, especially from our. Can you remember the combined practices with the Twisters? So shout out to the Twisters. I can imagine a couple of these guys are going to watch if they do not have a game. And also in Schwäbisch Hall, there's somebody who might come to that game. A former player of us is living in the Stuttgart area. So I hope that there will be some Raiders fans. Good. We are almost at the end. What is it?
Some Czech fans. Yeah.
Ah,
that's a good
Switzerland.
point. Yeah. Not Czechs. Yes. Swiss.
From
Sorry.
Switzerland, yes.
Swiss fans. Yes. Yeah.
Would also be cool.
Yeah.
And
Some Vorarlbergers, maybe.
they are also coming. I already heard that. There's a big group traveling from Vorarlberg to the game. And what was the team where Stefan Werner is coaching or was coaching? The Swiss team who always travels to one time per year to us. I forgot. But there's a Swiss team who the Swiss Raiders support. Yes, the Swiss Raiders support. Is it existing? If so, awesome. Awesome. Zurich next year, yeah? We heard that. The Helvetic Guards. That's the new team in the
SF.
Did we talk about the new team?
No, I knew there was a Zurich team, but I didn't know it was
the Helvetic Guards. Helvetic?
Is that the region?
Helvetic? What is the English word?
I don't know.
It's it might be Latin for Switzerland. I don't know where this word is coming from. Maybe the chat knows. And yeah, the Vikings game in Istanbul gonna be interesting too. That's right. They need to travel, and it's the first time for the Rams to have a home game. And I hope a lot of Turkish football fans gonna be there.
Yep.
And yeah, good, Sean. I will not ask you the questions because we
That's
did it.
okay.
We did it.
We never did it.
We did it
No, we didn't.
in episode 1 or 2.
I don't think so.
I think so.
We had a guest in episode 1, didn't we? No, we didn't. I don't think we did it. I don't want to do it anyways.
TNBC German Raiders fan club will be in Vienna. Nice, Silent Raider. Nice. And there was one question I was missing about the fan shop. Give us give us 2 or 3 more weeks, Gary. It's in the finals. Everything is uploaded. We just wait for the confirmation from the Visa cards, and then we can go online. And there will be also special offers for the relaunch of our online shop, and you guys can then order your stuff. Guards are the Schweizer Garde. Oh yeah, you heard about the Schweizer Garde? These are the guys who are also protecting the Pope.
The
Pope,
Vatican.
the Swiss Guard. Die Helveten waren ein Volk, das zur Römerzeit im Bereich der Schweiz gelebt hat.
Okay.
Der Helvetic.
Yeah, but why? Okay, interesting.
Yes, Don Anderson, we will send to whole Europe, and I'm even trying to find a way to send to Great Britain, since they are not in the EU anymore, and also to the US. But this will be taken some time too. Good. All because of tax reasons. I wasn't thinking that an online shop is that, let's say it, complex and things you need to think about. Will there be a custom jersey online? Silent Raider, not now. And we are working on custom merchandise where you can choose your name and number and put it on a shirt or a hoodie, but not for now. Customize material is always not that easy and might be a little bit more expensive too. Alrighty, then song of the day.
Ooh.
The song of the day.
I don't know, it always surprises me.
Because you know it's coming and you forget it because you don't know one. I will pick a punk rock song again. A punk rock song from a band from Hamburg. It's called Swiss und die anderen. And the song is called Besteste Welt, Besteste Band. And I will put
What's it about?
It's about the front singer who is a punk and not going by the rules, but he's the singer of the best band in the world.
Okay. I'm going to take Tenacious D.
Yes.
Best song in the world.
Ah, nice.
Yeah.
Tenacious D.
Greatest song in the world, right? Tribute.
Yeah. Tribute. Oh, that's an awesome song.
Yes.
So, and if you guys don't already follow our awesome playlist on Spotify, here is the link, and we would love if you can leave a follow there. There are already a lot of songs on there. And one last thing, our YouTube channel is growing and growing and growing, and there are only, look at this, guys, let's do it together. Please give us the 500.
Does it happen in real time like that?
Well, let's try it out. Hey, we are at 497. Let's make it
3 people subscribe.
just 3 people. Subscribe to the YouTube channel.
If they get to 500, how are we gonna reward them?
We say thank you.
So okay.
We say thank you.
If we get to 500, Paul will take his shirt off.
No, I will not, because it's a family-friendly stream.
You're right. It would get too hot in here.
Let's do it. 500. There's this Inside the Raiders from our Cologne trip online. The next episode will come on Friday about our home game against Berlin. There's always the Pirates Cove. All Pirates Cove are online. You can check it. There are highlights, interviews, and everything. And it's really cool content. And give us the 500. Come on, 3 more, guys.
What if it doesn't happen?
What if it doesn't happen?
We're not going to. Yeah, everybody in here is probably already subscribed.
Probably, yeah. But we need it. We need it. Let's go. 497. Next week, I just take some time to show, I think. 500, I will write a song.
What do you mean?
Chuck is writing a song.
Yeah, but are you a songwriter?
Chuck, if you're a songwriter and would write a song or record a song, an intro maybe, we can show also your music and promote your music. We would give you endless respect. Because we need a new intro too.
Why?
Because it says Monday and...
I saw, yeah.
500 and I will write a song.
I don't know if it's...
It's immediately, maybe not. Sean, I might be. Yeah. It was a pleasure.
I'm a songwriter.
Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. The last words of tonight, the second last words of tonight, are for you, Sean.
Oh, exciting time.
Since episode 30.
Exciting times. Guys. It is. It's challenging times, but exciting times. So, yeah, it was great to get our first win. Thank you guys for your support as always. And looking to get on a roll here. Starting to get hot, starting to get spicy. And
come to Stuttgart.
Come to Stuttgart. And you continue to see great football. Particularly quarterback play. Been on a roll as of the last 6 quarters. Forget the first 6. Focus on the second 6.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, and come to Stuttgart. And especially, we feel already the hype about the Frankfurt game.
Podcast got.
Yeah. I got offers for public speaker jobs.
Yeah?
Because people say I have a good voice and I can speak and I can commentate and things.
I've told you that.
Yeah, I know. Maybe that's a thing for the future. One last thing. Frankfurt home game in 10 days. Check your tickets. The hype is on. That's going to be a huge game. Big game. On the 3rd of July here in Tivoli Stadium. So if you want to have a good seat, go and get it as fast as possible. Yeah, gentlemen, thank you for watching. It was great. It's 500. Yes! 500!
It took us so long.
It took us over 2 years now.
We shouldn't raise our armpits because then they see it's really a sauna.
Yeah. Hey, guys, thank you. It's over 500. It's 500. Thank you. That's great. Awesome. And let's now make it 1,000.
We're not leaving the stream.
No, you have to practice.
I
call Kevin and say, hey, Kevin, Sean can't come to practice because we have to wait till we have 1,000.
We're waiting for the 24 spectators to call their entire families.
And friends. No, thanks for watching. Stay healthy. Drink a lot of water when it's hot. And come to the stadiums. And wherever you are, support the team, support the leagues, support this whole project. It's a cool thing.
It is.
We love it. The player loving it. And we will continue to give our best. Thanks Good night. Ciao, Kakao. Bis bald.
Tschüss.
Dankeschön. Vierdach.
Ooh, that was a good ach. That was a really good ach.
And it says stream starting, but it's stream ending.
There we go. We'll get it. Episode 43.
The microphone is still on.
I know.
Ciao. Vielen Dank.